Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 4. 5:18 America, New York. Maersk posts sharp drop in first quarter profit. Danish shipping giant hit by inventory corrections in Western economies that caused freight demand to normalize, pushing rates and volumes lower.
Mirror World News.
May 4. 5:13 America, New York. Girl, 16. Electrocuted to death in bath while on chatting to her friend on the phone. On Tuesday evening, Maria Antonietta Catilla was charging her phone while also holding it in the bathtub of her parents' home in Montefalcione, southern Italy, when she was electrocuted to death.
RT World News.
May 4, 5:02 America, New York. Brazilian police raid Bolsonaro's home. The search of the ex-president's condominium took place as part of a probe into the forging of COVID-19 vaccination records.
Time.
May 4, 5 o'clock America, New York. The hidden role ordinary Iranians have played in the protests. Revolutions do not happen only in the streets. Yet the outside world knows the uprising in Iran almost entirely through footage uploaded from camera phones. The thousands upon thousands chanting for the fall of the regime in cities and towns across the country, and the regime answering with batons and shotguns.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 4, 4:58 America, New York. Wegovy maker to limit starter dose supplies in U.S. as demand surges. Lower strength starter doses of the obesity drug will be held back in the U.S. to safeguard supplies, said pharmaceutical company Novo Nordisk.
Washington Post World.
May 4, 4:54 America, New York. U.S. joins UN in suspending food aid to Ethiopia's Tigray. The United States Aid Agency says it has suspended all food assistance to the northern Ethiopian region of Tigray, until further notice, while it investigates the theft of humanitarian supplies.
BBC News World.
May 4, 4:44 America, New York. Carrie Fisher. Star Wars Day Walk of Fame honor overshadowed by Family Row. The Star Wars actress's siblings are not invited to her Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. Wall Street Journal World News.
May 4, 4:30 America, New York. Norway Central Bank lifts key rate. Norges Bank raised its key policy rate by 25 bits per second to 3.25%, as expected, and said another increase is likely next month as it battles to dampen stubbornly high inflation.
Mirror World News.
May 4, 4:17 America, New York. Teenager submits DNA to ancestry test, finds long-lost family 16 years later. Luke Thompson, 16, has reunited with his Guatemalan family after losing them when he was put up for an adoption when he was just a few days old because his mother was too poor to keep him and wanted a better life for him.
Fox World News.
May 4, 4:13 America, New York. Brazil's new left-wing president starts gun control push with countrywide gun registration. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has called for gun owners across the country to register each of their firearms with the federal police, amid a larger gun control push.
New York Times World News.
May 4, 4:11 America, New York. Why did Russia choose to publicize the Kremlin drone attack? Russia's messaging on a drone incident at the Kremlin diverged significantly from its response to past explosions in Russia or Russian-occupied territory. Russian police officers stationed outside the Kremlin in Moscow on Wednesday.
Washington Post World.
May 4, 4 o'clock America, New York. Indian Army helps defuse clashes in northeastern state. Indian Army soldiers are patrolling the streets and enforcing a curfew after thousands of people clashed in a remote northeastern state, causing casualties and damage to homes and vehicles.
Washington Post World.
May 4, 3:47 America, New York. Israelis block roads in protest against Netanyahu legal plan. Israelis have blocked roads and demonstrated against a contentious government plan to overhaul the judiciary.
Mirror World News.
May 4, 3:07 America, New York. 3 killers who shot British mum and sisters in car are blown up by drone. We'll be bringing you the very latest updates, pictures and video on this breaking news story.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 4, 2:27 America, New York. Passenger choked to death on NYC subway. A man has died after he was put into a chokehold during a confrontation on a New York City subway train. Police officers at the scene. Pic. AP.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 4. 2:25 America, New York. Palestinian gunmen who shot dead British-Israeli family are killed. 2 Palestinian gunmen who shot dead a British-Israeli mother and her 2 daughters last month have been killed, Israel's domestic security service said. BBC News World.
May 4. 2:24 America, New York. Sudan crisis. Actress Asia Abdelmajid killed in Khartoum crossfire. Asia Abdelmajid, famous for her stage performances, is buried in the grounds of a kindergarten.
New York Times World News.
May 4, 2:16 America, New York. Bluster over explosions raises fears of retaliation by Russia. A police car on the edge of Red Square in Moscow on Wednesday, after 2 drones had exploded over the Kremlin in the early morning hours.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 4, 2:15 America, New York. Shell hands £4.7 billion to shareholders as quarterly profits beat forecasts. Shell has revealed it is handing a further $6 billion, £4.7 billion, to shareholders after its latest quarterly profits beat its own forecasts. Energy giant Shell and AMP. Number 39's record profits prompts outrage.
BBC News World.
May 4, 2:05 America, New York. COVID. China tourism rebounds above pre-pandemic levels. Domestic travel in the country jumped sharply during the 5-day May Day break.
Fox News.
May 4, 2 o'clock America, New York. How do tech titans feel about AI? Thoughts from Elon Musk, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg. Many tech leaders have spoken out about their feelings regarding artificial intelligence, a technology that has been used in various companies for years.
Fox News.
May 4, 2 o'clock America, New York. Critics say AI can threaten humanity, but ChatGPT has its own doomsday predictions. Fox News Digital asked ChatGPT how the world could likely end, following widespread warnings from experts that artificial intelligence could spell the end for humanity.
Fox News.
May 4, 2 o'clock America, New York. Americans split on keeping government's hands off AI. Look what happened with social media. People in Los Angeles and Austin told Fox News whether they think it's important for the government to regulate artificial intelligence technology.